Chapter 26. Case 1. -89 How to still storms and walk on water. Researcher Davidson Fellow. While few in number, some near-death experiences are shown apocalyptic visions of the future. Earthquakes and tsunamis rage across the earth. Governments and civilizations collapse. Vast numbers of plants, animals, and people die. Other near-death experiences are shown that the worst is behind us. We are now on a path where everything is going to get better and better. While the specifics and severity of end-of-the-world predictions differ in NDEs, there is one thing they all agree on: a new world is coming. Heavenly states of consciousness will eventually manifest in this world. What can we do to help? The deepest, most profound near-death experiences tend to be light-hearted and full of hope. There is a playfulness and sense of humor to these NDEs. Instead of raining down fire and brimstone, these NDEs are full of laughter, merriment, and gentle admonitions to lighten up and not take life so seriously. How can these NDEs be so cheerful when so many apocalyptic possibilities are knocking on our collective door? One answer is that the higher realms know the world is a dream, no one is really hurt or lost, and everything is unfolding as it should. Higher states of consciousness also know that everything works out in the end, one way or another. In other words, the challenges we face in this world are similar to the challenges we face in dreams. After a dream has run its course, we wake up unscathed. And so do all of our dreaming friends. Even nightmares that are hyper-real and super scary come and go. Here's the point: whether the world follows a rough path to higher states of consciousness, or a gentle one, we can help by staying connected to the parts of ourselves that know everything is okay. Instead of getting caught up in the drama of life and injecting more fear, instability, and despair into the collective consciousness of the planet, we can train ourselves to stay calm and connected. And one more thing. It's the deep places that produce miracles, and healings, and solutions to complicated and bewitching problems. So staying calm and collected is not simply a way to maintain inner peace, it's also a way to find practical solutions to life's many challenges. So whatever is happening in your personal life, or in the world at large, I encourage you to go deeper and higher. Engage life, full on, but don't take things too seriously. Be cheerful and light-hearted. Joke and laugh. Be a force of nature that not only stops fear in its tracks, but turns the tide and lifts others to higher ground. This book can help. When negative influences take you hostage and you feel yourself slipping into despair, reach for this little book. It will help you reconnect with the high, calm, healing places within. Case 2. The future of the world * near-death experience. How it stormed the world that they showed me in the near future, in a couple hundred years from now, is a world that is difficult for me to understand or accept. What I saw was no visible signs of technology. If there was technology, they hid it from me, or it was so subtle that I couldn't even see it. I assumed the future would be a world of high technology, and they showed me a world of not low technology, but no technology. Where people's relationship with God, with the creation, and with one another was so intense that human beings controlled the weather of the planet, not just for the welfare of human beings, but for the welfare of the entire planet. Everybody in the world was telepathically connected to everybody else in the whole world. People raised food by simply meditating or thinking about the food, and the food would just grow. They would then pick it and eat it. It was not instantaneous, but it happened before your eyes. Cabbage would grow from a seed to a full-grown cabbage in a matter of a few minutes. People lived in small communities. People could move from community to community, freely, if they wanted to. Most people didn't move around very much. Some communities put an emphasis on music. Some communities put an emphasis on science. Some communities put an emphasis on celebration, liturgy, worship. Some communities spent their time on physical relaxation and enjoyment, sports, and that sort of thing. Some communities were very contemplative and did seemingly very little. Some communities were very active and were very much engaged with their environment, sort of what we would call gardeners, but they were literally environmental sculptors, making these very beautiful places with the vegetation and the geology around them. Different communities had different emphases, but they lived in total harmony with the flora and fauna around them and in complete harmony with one another. The main emphasis of every community was the individuals in the community, and most especially the children. When people had experienced what they felt was their full life experience, there would be a great celebration, and they would lay down and die in their souls, their spirits would be raised up to heaven. Dying was not seen as a sad thing, or grievous thing. It was a joyous time. It was celebrated as a birth. People ate simply, dressed simply. From what I was shown, there were no possessions other than the clothes on their back and a few simple instruments like musical instruments, or tools, or things like that which were pretty much shared communally. It was a world that's very difficult for me to make any sense of because there was great happiness. There was very little suffering. There was no disease because people, with laying on of hands, could heal diseases immediately. The only real suffering that they showed me was sometimes people felt a sense of separateness. And the community would allow these people to feel that, but they would pray for that person, they would surround that person with love and bring that person back into the community. So it was possible for people to move a little bit away from the spirit of the community, but they were brought back into the community. No one was left, no one was ever lost for very long. It was important sometimes for people to feel, to appreciate what they had, they needed to lose a little bit of it once in a while. The Spirit of Christ lived in every heart fully and completely. It's a world that is so unlike the world that we live in. How can we ever get there? But they showed me that this is the world that God envisions for us and it's not that far away. Chapter 27. Universal Truths version 2.2 Researcher Davidson Fellow based on the core truths presented by near-death experiences from around the world. 1. God exists. 2. God is an all-knowing, all-powerful being who knows and loves everyone. 3. Words cannot describe how profoundly God loves us, or how deeply God is involved in every aspect of our lives. 4. God loves everyone unconditionally, there is nothing we can say, do, or think that can stop God from loving us. 5. While God, the creator of all life, appears in many forms, he, she, it is most often experienced as a loving, indescribably wonderful light. 6. God is also experienced as a vast energy field of love and light. Composed of everything in existence, this divine energy field is alive, sentient, and communicative. So are all the parts that make it up. 7. If we go deep enough, we discover that we are God, the source of all life. We are also life in all its manifestations. 8. Angelic beings and heavenly realms exist. 9. So, too, do demonic beings and hellish realms. 10. Both are essential and beautiful parts of life. 11. In this world and the next, the realities we experience are created by our thoughts, feelings, and actions. 12. The thoughts, feelings, and actions we focus on in this world are magnified 100-fold when we cross over to the next. 13. We create our experiences alone and in cooperation with other beings who vibrate at frequencies similar to our own. 14. The more godlike our vibrations, the more godlike the realms and states of consciousness we experience, and vice versa. 15. Our intentions are more important than what we say and do. 16. God has a delightful sense of humor. 17. So do the angels, guides, and spiritual beings that serve the light. 18. We should too. 19. We should also lighten up and not take life so seriously. 20. We are immortal, indestructible beings. We should act accordingly. 21. Be brave. 22. Be bold. 23. Follow your heart even if all the world opposes you. 24. The world is a dream. 25. All illnesses, disabilities, and limitations are illusions. Honor their presence and receive their gifts, but don't allow them to define you. You are an eternal being made in the image and likeness of God. 26. When you awaken, all illnesses, disabilities, and limitations will vanish. 27. While the world is a dream, it serves a glorious purpose. 28. If we try to leave this world before we achieve the purposes for which we were born, we get sent back. 29. We are here to love, learn, and have fun. 30. The pursuit of money, fame, and power do not lead to happiness. Ditto for other activities that inflame egos and promote selfish, materialistic goals. 31. Seek to get in your body, not out of it. 32. Honor your body and take care of it. It truly is the temple of God. 33. Honor your intellect and emotions. They are also gifts from God. 34. Seek to fully experience and master your earthly life. 35. Don't waste your time in this world longing to be somewhere else, including back home in heaven. You are here because this is where your soul wants to be. 36. Instead of longing to leave this world, bring heaven here, make the world around you a reflection of higher, more loving, caring, and compassionate states of consciousness. 37. Tackle life's challenges head on. 38. Avoid cheating, shortcuts, and quick fixes. 39. Remember that you, and everything else, is perfect just the way it is. Read 39 again. 40. Also remember that everything is not perfect and it is your job to make the world and yourself better. Read 40 again. 41. When we are one with God, we know everything. 42. When we are human beings, we forget everything, including who we are and why we came here. 43. We remember who we are and why we came here by seeking God and applying what we learn, little by little, step by step, to everyday life. 44. Ask God and God's angels, guides, and messengers for their help. 45. The spiritual forces of life have dominion over this world. 46. When we touch, or are touched by, the divine, miracles of all kinds are possible. 47. Tell the truth to ourselves and others. Telling the truth connects us with God, dishonesty separates us and creates pain, suffering, and confusion. 48. Admit mistakes. 49. Be humble. 50. Be discerning. 51. Work on shadow issues. 52. Pay attention to dreams. They are connected to everything and reveal, in surprising and magical ways, what we need to know and do. 53. Pay attention to the messages that God sends to us in intuitions, visions, voices, signs, synchronicities, people, animals, nature. 54. Join with others. They see what we cannot see. They are also the main way that God loves us and takes care of us in this world. 55. Get personally involved. 56. Take risks. 57. Be willing to be hurt. 58. When you fall down, get back up and try again. 59. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Learn to love yourself as God does. 60. Honor your human weaknesses and the human weaknesses of others. 61. Treat others as you want to be treated, with patience, compassion, and understanding. 62. Be curious and discerning, not judgmental or condemning. 63. Remember, when we throw stones, we are throwing stones at ourselves, literally. 64. Question everything. 65. Don't be satisfied with pat, status quo, superficial answers. 66. Pray, talk to God. 67. Meditate, listen to God. 68. Love and serve others, humans, animals, plants, everything. 69. Remember the little things, the kind word, the understanding smile, the compassionate touch are the big things. 70. Small, heartfelt acts of love change lives and ripple across the universe. Read 69 and 70 again. And again. 71. Give others your full attention. 72. Listen deeply. 73. Learn and grow. 74. Connect and share. 75. Enjoy life. Have fun. 76. Everything, every person we encounter, every event we experience, every challenge we face, has been specifically designed to lift us from lower levels of consciousness to higher ones. 77. Feel and express gratitude for everything, including the challenges in life, which are blessings in disguise. 78. Learn to think intuitively, in nonlinear, non-time-based, non-rational ways. 79. Spend quality time in nature. 80. Spend time with others who have experienced the light. 81. Embrace threshold experiences, birth, death, illness, and other portal opening events. 82. Study near-death experiences and related phenomena. 83. While there is evidence everywhere to the contrary, train your mind to look beneath the surface and see the truth. Life is good, the world is a beautiful place, and you, complete with your human weaknesses and shortcomings, are magnificent. 84. You are known, loved, and cherished. 85. You are unique, essential, and irreplaceable. 86. You have a special role to play in the grand scheme of things. 87. When you find and follow your unique path, which is different from everyone else's, magic happens. You connect with God, you feel happy and fulfilled, all creation rejoices. 88. No matter how many times you try and fail, no matter how far you may be from embodying your full divine nature, you will eventually succeed. 89. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. 90. And always remember you are never alone, even when your earthly senses tell you otherwise. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Soulmate, this is a part of Zindagi Ki Roshni Consultancy. It has been established for those who have lost someone and for those who are very sad in their life. About 100 PDF books and 20 short audio books of this topic will be sent to those who join it. This data will be sent to their email or WhatsApp. If you want to join this organization, then please send WhatsApp message to this number.